What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. All right, so this is more of I guess a thought experiment video that I wanted to share with you guys. Start a little discussion, see your thoughts, get your feedback on it, and then see where the most likely outcome for the future of Splinterlands and the whole kind of play to earn ethos will go. So one of the things that's been weighing heavily on me, or at least that I've been spending a lot of time thinking about, is DEC and what the rewards will look like in the long term from a play to earn perspective for Splinterlands. So as we know, there is a massive rewards update that is being worked on now and will hopefully be out either this month or next month. But what we do know so far is that when it comes to the rewards, for DEC, if DEC is to go back down to its peg, that would be a pool of $1,000 per day. And again, I always like to contrast this to where DEC was back in October of last year when it hit its all-time high of $0.015, and the rewards being distributed on a daily basis were, I think it was $225,000, right? So we've gone from $225,000 down to, I think we're at about like $3,000 or $4,000 right now. And once DEC stabilizes around its peg, it'll be $1,000. So dramatic difference there. Now, the only thing that we do know moving forward is that once Modern comes out, there will be a second reward pool for that. So they'll essentially be doubling the amount of DEC that'll be printed. One pool for Modern, one pool for Wild. But if DEC is going to stay at its peg, which I think is the intention for the team moving forward, that increases from 1,000 to 2,000. And I think we have way more than a 2x on the amount of players that were playing last year, or even before that. So as we move forward, if $2,000 is going to be it, my thoughts are, what if this is the intention in a way? And the way that I'll dig into this is, what if in the future the rewards that you earn, right? So the whole like play to earn, are not really tokens. Now, yes, I know that SPS ranked battle rewards are coming, but SPS ranked battle rewards are going to last for 5 years, and that's it. And yes, I understand 5 years in the crypto space is a long time, and something might change before then. Or before the end of that time. But to me, the ranked battle rewards are it's a temporary thing, right? Even if they're looking for the long-term stability of the game, right? The long-term, where do they see this game? Not in 5 years, but in 10 years. Well, then SPS doesn't fit the bill as a reward currency or a reward token. It's just being used as one of the distribution methods for SPS as it gets rolled out and put into circulation. So DEC, I mean, even more so then, let's say we're looking 6+ years out, right? Once the SPS rewards are done, if DEC is still only going to be printing $2,000 worth of rewards in 2028 or 2030, whatever it ends up, whatever the case is that you want to give an example of 6+ years out, and this game has more players than it does today, then all of a sudden that same pie is being split between even more players. So I look at that and I say, well, that doesn't make sense. There's no long-term solution here. That's an area of concern for me. Now, the flip side, and what I've kind of been mulling about for a bit, is with this ranked rewards update, we're not hearing anything about DEC being added or the rewards pool being adjusted. What we do know though is that there's going to be more rewards cards. And looking through the previous amounts of rewards cards, my question here is, what if the future of this game looks like earning rewards from cards or assets within the game? And yes, these assets do have value, but what if it is all about earning assets in the game that end up being the whole play to earn model? So my example for something like that, or not an example, but my thought process for something like that is, well, if in the future, yes, there'll still be a small prize pool and DEC is still going to be the currency that you need to transact in, right? So there will be DEC available for everybody. You'll earn a little bit here and there, and it will be put into circulation every single day and then burned appropriately whenever needed. But if that ends up being the case and the team then decides to focus, and before I go any further, this is all speculation on my part. But what if the whole point in the future is for you to earn cards? All right. Yes, there's going to be a small amount of DEC printed, and that's really going to rise to the top. I mean, people playing in Champion and Diamond are going to be the ones that'll be earning anything significant when it comes to DEC. But for all of those players at the lower levels, whether you're starting out in bronze or maybe in silver, what if the primary goal then is for you to earn cards along the way? Yes, now you can turn around, flip it, sell it. I'm looking at some of these common cards here. They're going for pennies, right? So you grind through your daily quest or whatever it is, and hopefully the daily quests with the rewards update when it comes to daily quests will be something where it incentivizes you to play longer. Hopefully you're able to earn more from it without this being exploitable by bots. But if that ends up being the case, I'm curious what your thoughts on that would be, right? Like, instead of earning DEC, a significant amount of DEC per win, you'll still earn something. But instead of it being a significant amount per win, what if it's just like, even in bronze, all of a sudden you can win like 5 or 10 cards a day, or in silver you earn like 10 or 20 cards a day, in gold you earn 20, 30, 40 cards a day, whatever it ends up being, right? Where you're going to have these things that you can work towards, but instead of the primary earnings from a financial standpoint, right, from like a dollar standpoint or fiat standpoint, is not going to be significant in DEC. It's going to be significant in the cards and assets that you own. Now, that would do something interesting for the card market, because the card market, I think, would be way more active and dynamic than it is now if people are earning a lot more in terms of cards and then trying to flip those for either the ones that they want or to sell them to extract money from the game for whatever the reason is. And I'm not pointing that out as a negative. I'm just looking at that and saying, well, what if this ends up being the case? Because we're about to get 10 more rewards cards here, and as I look at it, it's not. If these were, how many did we have from Untamed, for example? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Untamed. So we might actually just be doing the same amount as before in terms of rewards cards, but them adding more rewards cards now, and with the print rate of the current rewards cards that we have, it's just something that I've been thinking about, where it's just like, if the dollar value of DEC that you are getting, or not dollar, but whatever fiat value of DEC that you're getting and wanting to earn something by, becomes so small that it's essentially insignificant, but they turn around and make it so that you earn different assets within the game. How does that make, how would that change the mindset of the player base? How does, what becomes the focus then? Are there things there that would, be looked at as exploitable by bots? And yeah, so that's kind of where I've been spending my time thinking recently, as this kind of new rewards card, the new rewards cards have been mentioned. It seems like we're going to get this massive rewards update that will allow you to earn, it will allow you to, it will incentivize you to play more. I don't know if you'll earn more from, DEC or whatever, or however many chests and all that stuff. We still don't have those details, but it will incentivize you to play more. And my thought process is, in order to, get through all these cards, the current rewards cards, which are only at like 35 maybe % print on average, plus these new rewards cards, it sounds like, it's going to be raining rewards cards for a while at least. So that's kind of where I'm thinking about this now, where it's just like, okay, well, if you're playing every day and you are primarily just earning in-game assets, and maybe that's the future, how does that make you guys feel? Is this something that you would continue playing then? Because at that point, it actually becomes much more about the game than about earning, right? If you are collecting these assets in game, then hopefully that's incentivizing you to level up and play at higher levels, rather than looking at this as something where you need to like heavily invest to buy all the cards. So there is a flip side to this, right? And they've said that they don't want to do summoners because they want people to feel the need to invest in order to really progress in the game. So you'll still need to buy your summoners. But if you can be winning tons of monsters and leveling them up, there's a certain element of that where, you're going to attract maybe the right kind of gamers, right? The people who really are trying to play this game at the highest levels because they enjoy it and want to collect the cards, rather than maybe the rush of people. Let's say we had a million people that came in. I remember sometime back last year there was celebration about the millionth spellbook purchased. But if we're only looking at maybe 30 to 40,000 real players or active players right now, again, I'm thinking that a lot of people came in looking to extract value from the game, which is common in crypto and common in the play to earn space. And then they left as soon as we hit a bear market, whereas now we really only have the people who are enjoying the game for what it is. Then maybe a way to mitigate that in the future, again, I'm just hypothetically thinking from the team's perspective here, but a way to mitigate that in the future would be to focus on making it very game focused and game centric than financially motivated by, having crazy amounts of rewards being printed in terms of DEC. So that's what I've been thinking about lately. Obviously, the big wrench in that theory is the fact that, yes, SPS ranked rewards are coming out at some point. But again, I don't look at that as a permanent solution that has a fixed date on it. It will go for 65 months from the moment that it is implemented. So what happens beyond that is what I'm really thinking about, and what happens concurrently with that as well. So just a thought that I wanted to put out there, and I wanted to get your feedback on it. If this is something that would be either appealing to you, would make you think twice about investing further in the game, or is just something that's not of interest. If you are here purely for the investing side, and again, there's no wrong way to interact with this game, so there's no judgment that I'm trying to dish out in any way, but I'm just more curious where the general consensus would be from the community here on what they would think if Splinterlands were to go that route. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like I said, this is a little bit more abstract and out there, but it's just something I've been thinking about in terms of the long-term earnings potential for a game like Splinterlands. So, yep, that's all I have in this video for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will catch you all in the next one, and I will see you around the game. Take care.